Hey everybody, let's just jump right in. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at both old school primordial decor on the left and new school decor JS on the right. So we're gonna look at both side by side. Old school, new school. And on top of that, we're looking at three different types of terminals. All right. We've got an old VT52 terminal. We've got the next gen VT100 terminal, and we've got a modern terminal. And I would have done VT100 here, but the VT100 simulation, which is very complex and an awesome piece of work by Lars, but it seems to be having some kind of trouble going over the internet. There might be some issues with lag, so it's working great connected to our deck 10 here local, but over the internet, don't know yet. Don't know yet. All right, so it gives us a good reason to have a modern terminal as well. All right, let's take a look at the game, right? So here we are on modern terminal, scan command versus on a VT52. All right, very different feel, right? And the fancy VT100, very smooth, very smooth. Yeah. Similar. Okay, this effect is because of this VT100 simulation, and the issues are worse over the internet. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, there's some odd stuff going on there. But yeah, this is a really complex simulation, and we should be extremely thankful that Lars is working on this. All right, let's do some game actions. Right, let's do old school radio. Let's just say, hey. All right, yeah, we're talking. All right, now let's do it new school. Let's do a radio. Boom. Same deal. Yeah. We're in the Nimitz here on the bottom. So new school Nimitz, old school Nimitz. Here we're flying the Cobra. Here we're flying the Buzzard because I couldn't get Cobra. So you can see that, here with the bee, the Buzzard. All right, let's have some fun. Instead of just chattering, we're Klingons. We're gonna answer with our torpedoes. It's like, oh yeah. Oh, what do we want to do? We want to fire +3. We're gonna fire 2 torpedoes, +3, 0. Boom. We're Klingons. We answer with our torpedoes. So you can see. Let's do the same thing over here. All right. Yes. Oh yeah, you think you're so funny? Eat torpedoes. 2, 5, 0. Boom. Oh, wait, one of our torpedoes missed. But we got him. All right. Let's take a look at phasers. All right, so what do we want? Let's check our targets, because keep in mind, when you get hit by torpedoes, it moves you. The explosion moves you, which is part of the fun, right? It is part of the mayhem. Like when torpedoes and explosions are happening, all kinds of stuff is like shaking around, which is. Let's see. We want to fire phasers at -6, 0. Boom. Gotcha. Now, let's do the same thing over here and see what it looks like in new school. Let's check our target before we -3, 0. Yeah. Let's get the guy. -3, 0. Zap. So, so we are in, we have set output medium. both in new school and old school. And yeah, you can see some differences. So this is what I'm used to from back in the day. New school is going to have, it's got the possibility for doing so much more that I would say there's no reason to try to reproduce exactly the output because, we're going to be adding all kinds of cool new stuff in new school. I mean, the possibilities are really endless. So I'd focus on the future rather than like obsessing over. Like I don't notice the little details. Like if you look closely, you can see it, but it's like they're doing the same thing, right? So, um, we had none of this stuff a year ago. This has all happened in the last year, which is fantastic. It's beautiful. We've got old school Project U Texas running on our Deck 10, just like back in the day. We've got new school Deckware.js with just endless potential. We've got 3 different eras of terminals to work with, and our old friend the VT52 is alive, which makes me very happy. The high-tech VT100 is working, it's going to continue getting stronger and stronger. Yeah, it's exciting stuff. It's fantastic stuff. Hopefully this video just gives you a taste of the different topics that we're facing, right? And learning about. And follow on videos we can dive in deeper. All right, let's leave it at that.